There we go, a little bit better light there. What's up guys, this is Brad with Despite Fitness, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about one of the most underutilized pieces of equipment in the gym, and also one of the most misused pieces of equipment in the gym, and that's going to be the Glute Ham Raise. John Meadows is going to give us a little bit of instruction on the Glute Ham Raise and how to do it right, and hopefully teach us a little thing or two about how to increase our hamstring strength. So let's go ahead and check it out.
You want your quads to be kind of low, but you want pressure. You want tight. Does that look? Yeah, right there.
John, what are we doing here?
Just a GHR with the form. I'm pretty particular about my form.
All right. Let's coach Joe through it.
Boom. See this? Look.
What's he got to do here?
Now back up. Watch how he's keeping his pelvic girdle straight. He's not bending. There's no bending right here at all. Now watch how he comes out this way. Boom.
That extension?
Stretch on the hamstrings. This is the very difficult but very effective way to do it.
And then as we curl up into that kneeling position, what are we focusing on squeezing there?
Hamstrings.
Hamstrings.
Hamstrings. I'm not sure why people think that's a glute doing that. That's a hamstring that's pulling back. It's all hamstring. It's all hamstring. Last one. I like to keep my reps low on this. 5 reps. That's good.
Very good. Very good.
I'm really not sure where people think that that's a glute exercise doing that. That's all, it's all hamstring.
So what's the major point of performance on that there?
Well, I mean, the form is obviously key because it's the technique we're using is really hard. So what you can do if you're not quite strong to do that, you can do negatives.
Okay.
And that's why I have a bench here actually, because if I get tired, I'm just going to cheat and push myself back up. Or you could hold a pole or something, and you could just lower yourself with the right form. I'd rather see someone do 3 good reps and use the right form than do 10 sloppy reps on these. If you do them right, they're really hard.
That's what I noticed. I see people doing like 15 to 20 of these, but
that ain't happening.
If you're doing them right, there's no way it's going to happen.
Now, is there anything in terms of on that eccentric piece when as you're going down? Is there any increased benefit for going like more slowly, or like what's the pace you want to move with?
This is an exercise you want to be real controlled on.
Okay.
Yeah. See that right there? Good control.
So
excellent control.
Slow on the eccentric, slow on the concentric.
Oh yeah. This exercise isn't meant to be done explosively. This is good, tight, controlled tempo. That's perfect. What he's doing right now is perfect. I guarantee that's lighting his hamstrings up.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's probably.
If you can do 3 sets of 5 on this, if you can just do 15 total reps, that's actually a lot. The other thing for athletes is, you know, there's study after study that shows an eccentric Nordic leg curl protects them from tears. So this is also good for athletes in terms of injury prevention too. But for bodybuilding, man, I mean, dude, you're loading your hamstrings massively when you do these. And if you do them right, you're actually getting a nice stretch.
Good to go? Yep. All right, cool. So out here hanging out with John Meadows, doing some training, and you know, kind of going through that Glute Ham Raise. I think it's one of the most underutilized pieces of equipment in the gym, and certainly one of the most misused. Sure. And especially among my military brethren, right? So doing that posterior chain, working that hamstring, I think is really important for overall balance, right? Because a lot of times, especially, I don't know how often you've seen a military gym, but very quad dominant, a lot of leg extensions, a lot of squats, but like not a lot of that posterior chain stuff. So finding a way to be able to develop and create balance between the posterior and anterior, I think is really, really important. So I'm just super grateful to be able to hang out with you and kind of get some tips and tricks on how to best utilize that. You know, we talked about being able to get that full extension and really stretch out those hamstrings and use those hamstrings to help curl up. And we talked about, you know, being slow and controlled under the concentric and eccentric phase. So don't rush these, right?
No, don't rush these at all.
And you mentioned only about 5 or so reps.
That's plenty.
Doing a ton of reps of this is probably not all that great. But
you'll hurt yourself, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Cool. Well, John, I appreciate the tips on the Glute Ham Raise. I hope that it helps you guys at home. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. Be sure to respond. I appreciate you guys doing everything you do to support the channel. That means a lot. Remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, find that piece of equipment in the corner that no one uses and use it right. It's never going to happen if you don't get in and train despite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way. And I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.